Okay, so I'm going to be speaking up a little bit here because I'm next to a truck. So sorry if I'm coming in really loud, or sorry if my voice is getting drowned out. So now it's Sage. Now my craziest mission in Sage, interestingly enough, would have to be the first mission I ever did as the character. That was basically in my second session. So to lead into this, my first session in Sage was basically, for a little backstory, I've mentioned some of this before. You know, Sage was a part of a leftist kind of political group that was about two main things. We were against the authoritarian rule and domination of Dre Cool, and we were also we were very much about the plight of the naturalist people on our planet. The naturalists are, of course, the sentinels of light that are born naturally. They are not engineered, so they don't get the benefits of the genetic engineering like the rest of us do. So, they're oftentimes looked down upon in society and everything like that. And definitely officially by Dre Cool's government. Our people, we were against all that kind of stuff. So, we would undermine things that the government was trying to do. We would promote the health, the well-being, and the equal opportunities of the naturalists and everything like that. So, my first session basically was the end of our rebellious, activism. Basically, Dre Cool had found out where our secret meetings and stuff were. He rounded up a bunch of us. We tried to escape, we failed, and we were all executed. However, when I woke up in my next session, I realized that was all a vision. At the time, I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't even know I had visions, but come to find out that was a vision. So then my mission basically became trying to keep our entire, rebellion from falling apart. I had to go in, because I wasn't like a high-ranking person. Sage was like 16 or something like that. So I had to try to, convince my friends that I wasn't crazy, get them to help me and everything, and then figure out how to appropriately warn our different higher ups and stuff like that. But at the same time, we were trying not to let Dre Cool know that we were on to him and different stuff like that. And it was scary because the context surrounding it. This is my my second time ever playing as my character in Generations. Everything's new to me. I was a decently experienced real worlder, but I didn't have a lot of experience with Generations and stuff. So everything's new. I didn't have that time period where you could just kind of wander around with your character and do fun shit while you're getting to learn them before shit hits the fan. Shit hit the fan immediately with my character. So that mission, it was a success. But, it's kind of bittersweet because in the end, basically, it just kind of delayed the inevitable. Because, we had basically been outmaneuvered. We had already, been defeated. And Dre Cool was just able to accomplish the same thing later. I guess the only difference is that in my original vision, basically all of us were executed. But with me being able to delay everything and warn people appropriately, we were able to, some of us were able to actually make it off-world. So, I guess it saved some lives, but ultimately, that government fell apart. The naturalists remained oppressed, and then probably roughly a year later, Dre Cool got me, turned me into the Spectre's will, and we all know how that goes. But yeah, that definitely has to be Sage's craziest mission.